Item 7C, presentation, discussion, and possible acceptance of the 2018 Broken Arrow Youth City Council's Big Idea.
Not the agenda.
Thank you, Mayor. As part of the Youth Council experience, students are asked each year to research and select an idea to present to the City Council that would benefit the City of Broken Arrow. And this year, the Youth Council decided to partner with the Parks and Recreation Department to work on a joint program idea, and that idea came partially from you, Mayor, on the Mayor's Conference on childhood obesity prevention and awareness. So 2 of our Youth Council members will come up and tell you about the idea quickly and try to wrap it up. We have Zoe Brooks and Piper Tully.
The topic of the 2018 Youth City Council Big Idea is childhood obesity prevention. Like Jennifer said, we are working with the Parks and Recreation Department on solving this issue and trying to move forward with this issue in BA. We would like to show you some statistics. So according to the 2015 Youth Risk Behavior Survey, 15.3% of Oklahoma adolescents are overweight and 17.3% are considered obese. The percentage of adolescents in Oklahoma that are physically active 7 days a week is a mere 32.2%. The causes are inactivity, diet, screen time, living in food deserts. The community environment is a big cause. It can be difficult for kids to make healthy choices and get enough exercise when they are in environments that do not actively support healthy lifestyles. And then accessibility. Healthy food is often more expensive, so many choose cheaper options, which results in junk food consumption. The results are obesity can have serious effects on the body, both mentally and physically. Adolescents with obesity have a higher risk of depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, breathing problems, high blood pressure, and heartburn. So if 25% of the Oklahoma residents are under 18, that means Broken Arrow has about 25,700 residents that are under the age of 18, and almost 5,000 of them would be obese, according to these percentages.
Now I would like to discuss some of our partnership opportunities, people that could just help with the funding and overall advocacy for this. Local farms, the Pick Your Own Farm and Farm to Table operations. Broken Arrow Neighbors, they have done an astounding job helping our community. Broken Arrow Schools Nutrition Coordinator. Rose District Farmers Markets, it is getting that season. And the Broken Arrow Public Schools. Tulsa Tech and TCC Nutrition Sciences, we've thought about perhaps pulling in some of the professors to come help with the educational part. Local businesses and churches, the Senior Center, gardening clubs, and hospitals in the medical community. Some of our resources include the funding and staffing of this opportunity. The current staff includes 3 permanent employees. We'd hope to hire 2 additional seasonal employees next summer with the gradual incline of student numbers. Volunteer ideas would be high school students to earn National Honor Society hours or even Key Club or Rotary, anything like that. Transportation ideas, we could use the buses and bus staff hired by Broken Arrow Schools. And the future funding that we would need would go towards healthy snacks, field trips, and even guest speakers.
We have laid out a timeline and then a plan for the future. So this summer, we propose 4 one-week camps, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. The age groups would be 6 to 8 years and 9 to 11 years. There would be a total of 30 students. 3 to 4 high school student volunteers would be needed per group. And the goal for this summer's camp would be to collect data for a grant application that I will explain later on. The main goal is to create an environment for kids to learn about healthy living in a fun and interactive way. And this summer would be the startup for that program. The future of the program would include remodeling the kitchen, a full day camp. We would feed children on site, so provide lunch or a snack. A total of 60 plus students per week if possible. 3 staff members per group instead of 1 staff member per group. The public awareness would increase, so we would film the camp this summer to use as a promotional video for the years of camps to come. And then possibly partnering with Broken Arrow Neighbors to provide a greenhouse. So there's a healthy opportunity there. Would you like to do this one?
Going off of what Ms. Brooks said, planning for the future, that is obviously our goal with this, is collecting the data and getting the best future results that we can provide. With the United States Conference of Mayors Childhood Obesity Prevention Grant, our program would have the means to grow exponentially. With the growth of the program, we can extend it to other community centers in Broken Arrow, not just our Main Street location. We can eventually introduce fresh farm-to-table nutrition into the camps, such as even things from our own farmers markets. We can also increase nutrition education for our children. It'd be great if we could get this information into elementary and middle schools. Possibly work field trips into the program, as it adds kind of that stimulation for children to want to learn about this. And as well as bring in more partners just for more funding, more sponsorships, and more education spread. The goal is to reach more and more of Broken Arrow's growing population every year. We are such a city of opportunity, and we want to give this type of opportunity to our future generations.
So this is our recommendation or proposal. We are asking council to allow staff members to collect data from this summer's camp to accurately measure what funding is needed per student in order to expand the program in the future, and to collect the data needed to apply for the United States Conference of Mayors Childhood Obesity Prevention Grant in order to aid and develop the program further in the following summers. We also request that after the data has been collected, it is immediately used to apply for the grants that can be used as soon as possible. That is the end of our presentation.
Well, I think this is a great big idea. I mean, this is really a good idea, and the fact that the energy you put into this and effort is really is amazing that you're doing this. So I don't know if council has any questions, discussion, talk about the idea.
Well,
Go ahead.
I agree. It is a very good idea. I don't know if any of you noticed, but I tend to fight my weight a little. I'm just going to see if anyone noticed. And that started as a youth. You especially as we spend more time in front of our TVs and our phones and iPads and gaming centers, and that's one of the things that in retrospect, as a youth, I wish I had programs like this, and people, because the habits you learn as a child, you take with you as an adult. And the eating habits are the same, and how we do things and whether we exercise or not. So I think any program that's geared towards helping future me's not have to deal with what I have to deal with now as an adult is a good program. And I like this program. My understanding is this is being done in conjunction with the Parks Department, and we're already developing it. And I think I would love to see it grow and to be able to qualify for the grant, because I think it could really be a benefit to the youth of our city.
Did I'm in agreement, and they worked on this. I know they said the idea of it come from the mayor, started with the Conference of Mayors, I believe. But they had to work their own idea out of it, how it would work, and they did that on their own time. We didn't actually give them any of our staff time because it takes all of our time to accomplish the goals of the Youth City Council. And that's one of the things we want. We want the youth to go that extra mile in a leadership position to facilitate the great idea. Did you get a commitment from some of the youth that they would be willing to work on it this summer?
Yes.
How about some of the juniors? Are they willing to work on it also?
Yes.
Okay.
Our upcoming Youth City Council members have recently talked about perhaps making this their big idea as well, just slowly adding on to it and kind of adopting it as their own, and we're more than happy to hand it off to them.
Okay. Okay. Well, then, our motion or recommendation is to accept the big idea presented by the Youth City Council, and by doing that, I think staff will take it and then get back with us. Do that, so I'll make that motion.
I would second that motion.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Wimpy? Yes. Parks?
Yes.
Lister?
Yes.
Udi?
Yes.
Thurman?
Yes. Thank you.
Good job.